G'day guys, Duane here from Pari. Today we're going to walk through one of our hybrid yard setups. We've got both a combination of our steel S-race and the customer's own timber outer pens. So we're here in Duane, just East Victoria in the Gippsland region. Customers working around 200 head at once, bringing in 200 head at once. So yeah, let's go for a walk. So this is our main entranceway coming through here. So we come through our first big entry gate here, and then we start the curve around to the race itself. Third gate leading into the yards. So this is where we have the start of the steel S race. So got to enter in here with a 2.5 metre entrance here, and using our gate anchors we can latch that back so it's not blowing in the way. It's secured there. So as we enter into the yards, notice there's no bracing along the bottom. It's all overhead bracing, so there's no trip hazards. Then we'd funnel around here, and then this is our first entry into the C-force. Again, using the gate anchors, we can latch that back, and then cattle would flow directly into the C-force. And then as they fill up, then we can start to close this. And this obviously will lock back at any point. So if there's any cattle pushback, there's always that operator safety where there's no way it can come back on you. So from here we'd close this gate. And we can jump up on our catwalk. And now from here we can walk along the nice metre wide catwalk. And we've got this overhead arm here that we can pull the whole C-force gate around, which will tighten up the cattle, encouraging them to flow directly into the race. So as we flow into the race, that would generally just fill itself, the whole race. We can shut our first sliding gate. Then we can walk along to the second sliding gate, which generally on a race this length would be good to have one halfway like this one here. It just keeps that flow held close to the crush. So you'll notice on the inside of the race it's shorter than the full height panel on the outside. So this is because if you're doing any race work, if you're injecting down the race or preg testing, you're bending over at hip height, so you're not bending over at an awkward height if it was full panel. Also note, you can get, if you do have sturry cattle, you can get a full height panel on the inside with a drop down, so you can drop it down to a 5 rail height. And these blue caps, you'll notice along the race, that's to bridge any gaps in the posts. So if you're drenching down the race, the hose doesn't get caught in between the panels. So this customer has got the PX crush, which is the air operated crush. So open our first gate here. As I'd walk in, close again. Then it will obviously get a weight, and then we can draft left or right out the front. So we've got a 3-way draft out the front of the crush. And then we've also got control of the head bale, also got complete control of the squeeze as well. So as you'll notice, on all of our yards, safety is number one. So we always have a nice cattle-free zone. So, and also with a race that is a good curvature, it means there's not a big distance to walk from the crush to the start of the race again. So I can be at the crush, and if you're just working on your own and you want to fill the race back up, it's just a short distance from here directly back to the start of the race. So as we're ready to fill the race back up again, simply pull this handle down and that'll open up the C-Force gate latch, and now we can bring it all the way around again. So you notice the catwalk doesn't just go around the whole C-Force, it actually continues along this big entry pen here, so you can be up above the cattle and really encourage their flow all from while not getting off the catwalk. So from here we can walk essentially all the way to the crush without getting off the catwalk, and it just helps being above the cattle. And because of the wide catwalk, you can be in and out of their flight zone as well. So instead of going down the race, we've got this diverter gate in the first section of this race. So we can bring it across to here, and that way they can go directly from the C-Force out the loadout race and up the ramp. And this can be, depending on the layout of your site and cattle, the truck direction and all that, that can come off any of the sections of race and be pointed to the angle that suits your operation in sight. So once you're ready to go to the ramp, again, simple walk down the catwalk. And we've got a little access gate here that we can walk directly down here. And then we get to this main gate here, and there's direct access straight to the ramp. With the flat top landing on the ramp, we've got this shut-off gate at the top, so you can shut the race up off. So there's no, when you're closing the truck doors, there's no risk of cattle coming up to you